This ain't too bad, to be fair. Yeah. It's new desk day. Let's, I'm looking at a watch like I know what time it is. But let's see how long it takes to actually make it, and let's see what it looks like. Welcome to another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about my new desk. This is the Topsky dual motor electric adjustable standing desk frame. I've had the desk for around about 2 weeks now, and I want to share my opinion and my review of this desk and standing desks in general, and explain why standing desks are such a thing, the assembly and build of this frame itself, features that it has, the likes and dislikes of the desk, if any, and finally, the most important thing is, has it actually made my life any better having a standing desk at home? So firstly, why is standing desk such a big thing at this moment in time? Now just to let you know, Topsky did actually send this out to me free of charge. I haven't paid a single penny for it. So thank you Topsky for sorting that out for me. But at no point have they said that I have to say a particular thing or a certain thing and leave a good review. This is my genuine and honest opinion. And if you watched any of my reviews prior to this, then you will know exactly what I'm like when it comes down to reviews. I like to be a little, controversial. So firstly, why is standing desk such a thing at this moment in time? Well, since March 2020, like many other people in the world, I have worked from home. And with the new company I've worked for since March this year, I permanently work from home and I will not be going back into the office, even after the pandemic is over and done with. But not only do I do photography and videography for a company, but I also make YouTube videos for you guys. And I also work with other companies and other brands and with many other creators. So I spend a lot of my time sat in this room. So because of that, and it's pretty much a desk job, like I sit here and just look at the iMac all the time. After a short amount of time, you start to get uncomfortable, your spine starts to compress, and you have to get up and stretch and walk around the house. And they recommend getting up and walking around the house, or getting up from your desk at work and walking around the office around about once every 30 minutes. If you walk around the office every 30 minutes for around about, 2, 3, 4 minutes, over a week or over a month or even a year, that time gets longer and longer and longer, and you're not using the time efficiently. So you end up sat here, slumped over, not being very comfortable, and you end up getting a lot of neck pain, back pain, wrist pain, and it's just not very good for your body. So a standing desk is literally a standing desk. If you have an electric one, then you can press a button. If not, you can wind it, and it allows you to change the actual height of the desk. So you can stand up for a certain period of time, or you can sit down. So as I've already said, this frame was sent to me by Topsky. The desk top itself is from a local company. They didn't have one available at Topsky. I wanted a really nice rustic look, so I got one made at one of the local joiners. But let's talk about the actual build and the assembly of the frame itself. I got the whole thing plus the desktop all together in around about 1 hour 20 minutes, which isn't bad at all. They say you could do it in around about an hour, but I was filming the B-roll, which you saw at the beginning of this video, whilst doing that. So between every shot, I was moving the camera around, exposing. So you could probably get it done easily in under an hour. All the parts and all the screws and even the Allen key, which I needed to put everything together, was in the box when it first came. The only time I actually needed to use any kind of screwdriver or drill was to actually put the actual desktop onto the frame itself. So let's move on to the features of the frame itself. So the frame is a dual motor setup. So what that means is both the legs on the left and right have one motor each to help raise it up and down. You can get single motor frames, but the benefits of having dual motors on your desk is you can have more weight on the desktop and still efficiently be able to raise and lower it. Topsky say that this frame can hold up to 102 kilos, and that's including the actual wood for the top itself. Now, if you're worried about how much 102 kilos is, most people only weigh between like 60 to 90 kilos. So it's more than an average person. At the desk at this moment in time, I've got an iMac, 3 hard drives, I've got an audio interface, the camera that I'm using, I've also got a top-down camera over here, which I'm not using at this moment in time, and 2 boom arms which are connected to the desk. So for myself, I have no issues with that, and it easily raises everything up and down. There's a lot of reviews on the internet that say that standing desks aren't as stable as a normal desk, but this is at a comfortable sitting position. It's a little higher because I raise it up to use the camera, but right now it's really stable, and only when I properly shake it like that, you may see a little bit of shake in the actual camera, but it's nothing more than a normal desk would actually shake. And let me just raise it all the way up to the top, and I'll show you exactly how much it shakes when it's at the highest setting. So at highest setting, I don't know if you're able to see that. There is some shake, but not so much. You have to actually like properly shake it to get anything out of it. And I actually personally never have it this high, so this is way too high for me, as you can probably tell. But whilst I'm up here, the highest setting you can set it to is 102 centimeters from the floor, and the lowest setting is 70 centimeters from the floor, which was pretty much the same height as my old desk. The frame itself is telescopic, so if you only have a narrow desk, it will most likely fit that. And if you have a wider desk like this desktop is 150 centimeters, so you can actually extend the frame out to that and then screw it in. And yeah, completely telescopic, it will fit most desktops. The controls of the desk allow you to raise or lower the desk at increments as small as 1 centimeter at a time. But once you've got the desk at your chosen height, you can save that under one of the 3 user presets. All you need to do is press one of the buttons and the desk will raise or lower itself to the preset height, just like that. So moving on to the things that I do like and the few things that I don't like about the desk. As mentioned, I love the ability that you can add your own top. You don't have to buy the top straight from Topsky. Like I said, I bought this from a joiner just down the road, which obviously allows you to customize it for the space that you want to put the desk. The desk is incredibly easy to assemble, and the user presets to change the height is amazing. I think having 3 saved presets is plenty for something like this. Obviously, most people only have it as sitting or standing, but I do use the 3rd option, and that's for YouTube, so it raises the camera ever so slightly by 7 centimeters to make it the perfect height to shoot these videos. But moving on to the dislikes, the stuff which, you know, no one wants to really hear in a review. But like I said, we like to be honest on this channel. So my only issue with this specific desk is that the power cable isn't long enough. The power cable is a 13 amp IEC cable, so if you want to swap that out, you can just unplug it, buy a longer one, put it in. But it's just a bit of a disappointment when the power cable isn't long enough to reach the wall outlet when your desk is at the highest height. So I've had to use an extension cable to make it reach. My second little niggle, you could say, is not actually about this desk specifically, but about standing desks in general, and that is the awful cable management. It sounds really bad, but my old desk, you couldn't see behind it. So all your cables kind of just fell down there. Regardless of whether they were neat or not, you never really saw them. So cable management wasn't really a problem back then. But with this, you can see straight underneath it, especially when it's raised up. So any cables I've got going from my speakers to my interface, to my computer, my boom arms with all the HDMI cables, you can see every single one. Topsky do send these little things, which are sticky pads, which you could put on and then put your cables in. They're just like cable ties, but sticky cable ties. But my issue with them is that these aren't very big, and when you've got a bunch of cables, they're not gonna fit in there. So what I've done to get around it is bought a cable organization tray, which you can just screw straight into the bottom of the desk and your cables just run across that. Like I said, it's a minor thing. Even if you bought a desk from a more expensive brand, the cable management would still be the same. So the price of one of these frames, excluding the top, is currently £229 here in the UK, and that is almost half the price of buying a frame direct from Fully. And Fully are possibly the most renowned brand for making electric standing desks. But for £229, I can't see a problem with this desk whatsoever. So the big question is, has this desk made life any easier when working from home? There's one simple answer to that, and that is yes. The ability to be able to set the desk any height, so when you get a little bit of back pain, a little bit of neck pain, you just want to stand up and stretch your legs a little bit, but you still need to work, just press a button, stand up. And to be fair, I've probably spent maybe 60, maybe 70% of my time in the last 2 weeks standing up, because I actually find it a lot more comfortable. And then when my feet start to hurt, I just sit back down for a little bit, then stand up. I genuinely am massively pleased with how the desk has turned out. I really like it. So thank you Topsky for sending this out to me for me to try and review and letting me use it on the channel. I'll leave a link down in the description box below to head over to Amazon if you want to pick one of these up, and also leave a link over to the Topsky website. And that's it for me today. Thank you very much Topsky for allowing me to do this. Thank you to you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell for all your notifications, and I will see you in the next one. Laters.